Hi, I'm Kishore Joshi, Senior Associate at Nishith Desai Associates. I head regulatory practice. Today, I'll briefly touch upon the two changes or announcements that the Finance Minister has made in the budget session, which may impact the regulatory front to a certain extent, and especially the foreign investors. One is the capital account transactions, which currently are being monitored and regulated by the Reserve Bank of India. As we all know, the Foreign Exchange Management Act, which came into effect in 1999, had given powers to the Reserve Bank of India to prohibit, restrict and regulate current capital account transactions pursuant to Section 6 of the FEMA Act. It has also given powers under Section 47 to frame or notify regulations in respect of all the capital account transactions. And the Reserve Bank of India had accordingly notified way back in 2000 all the regulations for different capital account transactions like foreign direct investment, the overseas direct investment, the external commercial borrowings, as also the acquisition of immovable properties either in India and abroad, etc. The Reserve Bank of India has been monitoring these capital account transactions for almost last 15 years. It seems that while the policy for most of these capital account transactions are being made by the government of India, there may have been some kind of a mismatch between the government of India and the Reserve Bank of India, and that's where it seems today the finance minister has decided that all the capital account transactions would now be shifted from the Reserve Bank of India to the central government, and has accordingly proposed to make certain changes in the FEMA by altogether deleting Section 6(3) of the Act, as also Section 46 and Section 47, whereby henceforth whenever these changes come into effect, all the capital account transactions would be regulated by the central government and not by the Reserve Bank of India. One more clarifications that the finance minister has made today is that the debt instruments would also be a part of the capital account transactions. The only one point that needs to be seen is whether the government would grandfather all these regulations which are currently in place and being regulated by the Reserve Bank of India, or whether the government would introduce new rules pursuant to the powers they have under Section 46 of the FEMA, which would replace the existing regulations notified by the Reserve Bank of India. So that's going to be a challenging task for the government as also for the Reserve Bank of India. The other change that the finance minister has proposed today is in respect of the FDI, that is foreign direct investment caps, and the foreign portfolio investment caps, which are generally made under the portfolio investment scheme. Under the foreign investment regime, there are certain sectors where there are sectoral caps that are prescribed, and within these sectoral caps, in some of the sectors the government has proposed certain percentage for FDI investment and some part of the investment for the FPI investment. And that's where there has been certain confusion in the market, that in respect of a listed entity, whether all the percentage which is prescribed within this sectoral cap would be only for FDI or would be for FPI or FII as well, or would there be a segregation of FDI and FPI. And that's where it seems that the finance minister, to simplify these sectoral cap norms, has proposed that there would be a composite cap for all the foreign investments, and there will not be any distinction between FDI and FPI investments. This of course would be applicable for the sectors where there is a sectoral cap. And as far as the foreign investment into 100% is concerned, there would not be any problem, because it can the FDI or the FPI can make investment into that up to 100%. So it seems that while the finance minister wants now to centralize the foreign investment decisions, one object of course is to give a comfort to the foreign investors as far as the investment into India is concerned, and that all the decisions would be taken at the government of India level, and to a certain extent Reserve Bank of India may be a monitoring authority. As we all know, the government has separately proposing for an financial code, IFC, which is being introduced in the parliament. The whole purpose of this code is to bring a clarity into the financial sector as far as the legislative, the judicial and the executive decisions within these financial sectors are concerned. To that extent, this code encompasses all the different rules and regulations issued by the Reserve Bank of India, the different regulatory authorities within the financial sectors. So this whole regime will come under one financial code, and which may be monitored by the government of India. So it seems shifting of the capital account transactions, bringing these composite caps for the FDI and FII, maybe some of the steps or maybe a stopgap arrangement towards this code which government is proposing, which of course will take some time to bring that into effect. Thank you.